The theme for this year's oratorical contest is social media pressures, how it influences who we are, our self-worth, our spirituality. When did we decide that we needed media in order to be social? The term social media in itself is already an indicator of the many problems that it causes. There are 3 ways in particular that social media does more harm than good to all of its users. First, social media is able to hold an unhealthy power over our minds through addiction. Second, it creates a false standard of truth. And third, it shifts our focus from real life by giving us an option to see life digitally. Social media distracts people from a healthy lifestyle by setting false standards of truth, and therefore it negatively impacts most of the people that access it. The first reason why social media is so unhealthy is because it is addictive. This is because of short-form content. Short-form content is the name given to short videos that are meant to capture the audience's attention and spread information quickly. But this is exactly what makes them bad for people's brains. Every time we scroll to a new video, our brain releases a chemical messenger called dopamine. When we finish the video, we get instant gratification, which makes us want to keep going so that we can keep receiving the reward of completion. But when it comes to doing longer tasks, such as homework or even sitting through a YouTube video, we do not have the patience to wait for the reward of completion. Social media clutters our minds by making it harder to complete longer tasks and by giving us an instant reward. Another reason that proves the danger of social media is that it creates a false standard of truth. One way that it does this is through pretty privilege. The comments of those who meet the beauty standard are quite different than those that would not be perceived as attractive. But even outside of looks, social media trends can have a disturbingly strong hold on our society. We might recognize that a certain trend promotes something that we do not agree with, but because it is trending and it might be funny, we allow ourselves to accept it. Trends can set the standard for what is acceptable and what is not acceptable by influencing the majority of people to partake in a certain action or even a belief. The final reason that social media negatively impacts people is because it is a distraction. It shifts our focus away from components of life and into whatever it is you might be watching on the app. Acknowledging notifications in the middle of doing something else will interrupt your thinking pattern, opening the door to scrolling for hours. But most importantly, social media can distract you from God. The spiritual life of a Christian should be their main focus. Matthew 6:33 says to seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you. Social media and God are not equal. So if we at least limit the media from our lives, we will be able to hear the voice of God much clearer. So I sum it all up with this. Social media is a distraction that seizes our minds through addiction and sets a false standard of truth. Apps such as Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook can take your focus and stop you from achieving your goals and even a better relationship with Christ. But what can be done in a world that is so accepting to the idea of an online community of people? One possible solution is to simply take a break from it. You could also limit your screen time. Instead of letting social media be your solution to boredom, find other things that you can do for entertainment. Social media will distract you from your purpose in life if you allow it to. Therefore, when you leave here today, check your screen time, because you might be giving your heart to social media when God is calling for your attention. Thank you.